summertime.
Summertime loving in the summertime.
Penis.
It's the summer. Summertime loving, baby, why can't you be mine?
Why can't you be mine, Ristar? Summer of Sega's here.
Kind of. Jeff didn't finish the intro yet, but we have a new intro because of a game we're playing right now in front of you.
Yes, you've already seen it in the video that's gonna come in. That's already here.
And when the internet feels like not being a potato again in my house, Sonic CD eventually. But
wait a second, I played this on an emulator. Do not remember that, but then again, I probably skipped the intro.
I think I did, because I don't remember seeing it. But yeah, welcome to Vidya Bros. As I said, we're gonna have a new intro for this, because we're doing... This isn't Vidya Bros, so I'll cut that part out and say this. Welcome to Summer of Sega. This is a new channel type thing we'll be doing.
Every summer.
Yeah.
Or we'll have a summer or something, but what we're doing here is, we're gonna be playing Sega games that we want... Sega have said themselves that they want to look at...
Wow.
That they want, games that they're old IPs, they want to reuse them and work them into new games. And they haven't confirmed or said anything of what they want to do, but I tell you right now, this one game, and I'm telling you, this one game, everyone... Is that you playing or the demo? Demo is. This one game...
Well, this game can drink, it's
Ristar, or if you want to call it Ristar, the correct name.
I always called it Ristar, so I'm just gonna call it Ristar.
That's what I'm doing.
I used to make, like, fan comics in elementary school, and I would put Ristar in there with Sonic and other characters. Basically,
I mean, that would make sense, though, because Team Sonic actually made this game. Basically,
anything Sega, like Sonic, Ristar, anything you would see in Smash Brothers, I'd put them all in comics together, and I'd put Ristar, and I'd put in Meat, Wad, Shake, and Frylock.
Oh yeah, you did. That was high school.
A is to jump.
That was elementary school, middle school, and high school.
Okay, what's C on here? Do you know the control? Because I've only used on the PS2 for this collection.
C. I'm not
A,
sure.
B, C. Is it that?
I guess.
Okay, let me just. I'll figure it out. So we're playing games that we want Sega to bring back, and this one game has been the number one Sega game that people have wanted back. They were like, it's like a game that aged very well for its time, and just like how Crash Bandicoot got a remaster, we either want this game to be remastered or we want it to, what do you call it, to make a sequel to it, or do something to it, because I'm pretty sure that with modern hardware now, you can make a game like Sonic Mania and make this game Ristar, just the same quality of graphics, and fucking, you know, do something good with this. Now, I've only gotten up to like the second world, because that water world, if you know what I'm talking about?
The world, I remember being really hard.
Back over here, I want that chicken. Yay!
Oh yeah, you can fly with them.
Yep, I'm gonna get up there.
Grab with that. Yeah, Sean's never played this game, but
I never even heard of it.
It's very underrated.
Wait, should I go straight or should I go up?
Go up.
I can come back though, so I'll do that.
Yeah, this Sean is a Sega Genesis gem, and it's very underrated. Not a lot of people really talk about this game, which is sad, because it's a really good game.
You know what's not a Sega Genesis gem?
What?
Anything AT Games makes.
At Games? Yeah, let's not talk about them, unless you want to talk about the whole debacle.
I do. Okay, then. Well, I know more about this a little bit than you do.
I've only seen what Rich from Retech USA said about it.
So, okay, so I've seen multiple reviews of this. IGN, CNET.com, Engadget, they've all had the...
How you would do that?
Huh?
How you could, like, grab on the edges like that.
Yeah. I want to get up there, though, but I gotta go this way to get the fuck.
Get the fuck?
I wanted to like, grab these things, so I could fly with them.
I remember I would put Ridley in as a character in my comics, too, as a good guy. Eventually, I also went
okay, I can't do that, so, you know what I'm gonna do?
I also...
already do that.
I also eventually went into territory of adding Kingdom Hearts characters into the comics, so it was like a whole huge crossover, kind of like how Mugen is. It was kind of like that.
You fucking chicken.
And in one of the comics, I made the Space Pirates the main villains.
What I was gonna say though is like...
Space Pirates from Metroid.
What I was gonna say though is, that CNET, Engadget, IGN, any major company that does video game related stuff or tech related stuff, got their hand... Oh fuck.
Yeah, I think you gotta spin it right round, baby, right round.
Spin me right round, baby, right round. Let me go round, let me go round, round town.
Spinning you right round.
Wow.
Woohoo!
Oh, I forgot about that.
I know, I played this recently, but what?
I haven't played this in like 10 years, probably.
Oh, that was nothing anyway, so... But, they've all got their hands-on review of the 2017 version of At Games, Sega Genesis clone console, and to tell you the truth, I'm not very happy with it. Cause you know what they did?
I heard the sound is like really bad on it.
Okay, so put it this way: every reviewer said the exact same thing. Not like they were kind of copy of it, but in their own words, they've said the exact same thing.
So you're saying it's not like it was regurgitation? It's just like, okay, well, I genuinely think this sucks.
Yeah, everyone has genuinely said this. Oh, you want to do this? Because I forgot how to do this.
You gotta keep grabbing them, dude. So yeah.
Grab my balls. And lick my balls.
You're not Kevin.
I gotta grab him on the head though.
The last boss I've used a cheat code to get to, and I think I remember the password being "I love you" to get to the last world. I could be wrong. People let me know in the comments if I'm wrong, because I feel like that was the password.
Because this is gonna aim me to the next level.
And then you can skip to the final boss, and he's like near impossible to beat.
Wait.
I've never beaten him.
I fucked it up.
This game is fun.
Here you go.
We should let Sean take a crack at this out.
I'm good.
Yeah. Alright. So, let me go back to the whole Sega Genesis debacle thing that's going on. So, I just want to, you know what I wanted you to do now?
What?
Like, everyone said the same thing, and I haven't played it, but I can agree with them, in the sense that anything that AT Games have actually made, though, I've heard over the years have sucked, and
yeah,
Brandon actually owns what is considered to be called by them, and people have said the very first Sega Genesis clone console, which was the Sega Genesis, quote-unquote, Sega Genesis 4, which At Games made, and every console...
that was them that made that?
Yeah, if you look at it, it's called the Flashback.
That thing I showed you that time?
Yeah, remember when we tried to play, like Mortal Kombat on it?
And the sound was terrible, too, so no wonder it sucked.
Okay, so here's the thing, though. First off, At Games, for years... I don't know when the Sega Genesis 4 came out, or the Flashback console that they made, or whatever you want to call it. Every single version that they made up to this day, besides the 2017 version, with a plug-and-play console, you get a bunch of little games, put into it.
Well, yeah, make sure I like
it's like a collection of games, like Sega Mega Collection Plus, or Sonic Mega Collection Plus, or Sega Genesis Arcade.
I'm climbing backwards.
Why don't you go out there and you can't get that?
Yeah, I was trying to get the chicken and it would just knock me that way.
So, every version of the Flashback games, you get a bunch of different collection of games, and then you're able to actually use your own Genesis cartridges if you have them. If you have them and play them on the system. Now, contrary to belief that people have said that, some people have said though, there was rumored, but it's not true though, that if you play your consoles on there, or your games on there, from your actual cartridge, that the cartridges will break. They do not break. There's no way to do that unless the hardware itself inside is faulty, and it scratches the pins on the cartridge itself. That I could see, but it was never proven that they would break. So that's one thing that's not true. So don't give them so much hate for that purpose. But every version, like I said, you get your own games. You can use your own games. You can use a collection of games that built in like an emulator style type system, and you get to go whoa.
That's great.
Oh, by the way, we're changing the name of the series after this video.
Wait, what?
We're naming it Don Patch.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
There should be a ROM hack of this game.
They've never made a ROM hack at all for this at all.
That's what I'm saying. They need to make one. Someone needs to.
Go up
and replace Ristar's.
What are you trying to do though?
That.
For what?
And someone needs to replace Ristar's sprite with.
What are you trying to do though? Just go forward.
Yo, Brandon,
I could get around that, but I couldn't do it.
Yo, Brandon,
grab one of the light things. Grab one of the light things. From the tree. Grab one of the tree thingies.
Why do you want me to do the Scaramouche?
Go back again.
Shiny.
Go back. Go to your left.
Because I like hearing it.
Go to your left and grab one of those.
Oh, okay. So it's like that level, Sandopolis.
Yeah.
Inside.
So anyway.
What the hell's with that guy in the background dancing?
He's just a frog.
sex.
I'm just a frog, looking so weird. Grab that light post.
Wow, it looks like he's headbanging.
Grab the light post on the top. So let me get over this really quick, so I can continue what I'm saying.
Sure. I think I'm towards the end of the level.
You are. But you want to go upward. You want to try to go upward, though, not...
I know. I want to do what you did.
But you want to go up, not, like... You gotta, like, hold it for a little while.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to see if I had to hold it.
So, back to the Sega Genesis thing. At games, they make the consoles. Like I said, you get a emulator-type style game. You get to play your own system.
Oh.
You get to play your own games. I'll let you play the next level. And I'll play the next one after you.
Yeah.
So...
Oh, boss.
You get your, you get to play your own games. Now, here's the problem. In a world we live in, up to this day, they've only made one console that was HDMI. So and put it this way.
I think I remember this.
And you know what the problem with this whole thing is? And even reviewers out there, all the reviewers for other plug-and-play consoles now,
I remember this.
have reviewed things. You gotta like grab the guy in the back and like knock him out.
Yeah, I remember this actually very well.
So now let me just ask you this, Brandon. You live in what year do we live in?
2017.
Okay. Now, what kind of TV do that most people own now?
A flat screen.
Yes. Now, reiterate what a flat screen TV is.
Flat TV that has HDMI and ports.
Okay. Every reviewer for any plug-and-play console, no matter what it is, first gets this all wrong. Because any console maker that's a plug-and-play console gets this wrong. If you have some type of console that has a camera built into it, that you need to use the camera for, or whatever, how are you supposed to hook that up? How are you supposed to hook that up to a flat on top of a flat screen TV when the console is this wide and your TV is like this fucking big? Meaning your TV is like thinner than like paper, almost thin as paper, and you're trying to fit a console on top of your TV.
I don't know.
I don't know. But this is also a problem too, though. At Games all they make is Sega Genesis consoles with composite video. Composite video is red, the yellow, white, and red cables that comes with the old retro style consoles.
I want the gem.
You can go swim to the bottom to it. Now, you know what the problem with that is?
I forgot all about this.
This is the world that I died in.
I don't remember how far I got with that achievement.
But,
I know it was obviously way past,
now,
the first, whole world or whatever.
Now, you know what the problem is trying to play a console in this day and age with the yellow, white, and red cables?
It's really difficult to hook that up to record stuff, I'll tell you that right now.
That, for us, that's difficult unless you buy an HDMI adapter.
Way easier.
Unless you buy an HDMI adapter, which you can plug those in and convert to the HDMI. But here's your problem, though.
They're still a pain in the ass to do that.
Yeah, so here's
that's why me and Sean stopped playing Kingdom Hearts for a while, and then when I got the collection on PS4, I'm like, okay, this is a way easier setup, let's try and do the series again. Right, Shawnee?
Mm-hmm. Now here's another problem with that. Most newer TVs that are coming out this year, and have been coming out in the past, 3 or 4 years, a lot of TVs have dropped the support for any version of those cables, meaning you can't use the component cables, you can't use composite cables, so you can't use the red, green, and blue cables, you can't use the yellow, white, and red cables. So basically, you can't use any of that on modern TVs most of the time. So one, they fucked it up, because most people can't use them unless you have, an older HD TV. Then you can use them. But also, even if you do have those kind of cables, and your TV does support it, you know what the problem with that is? The software for the TV itself is kind of bad in a sense, because it's not like the TV itself in general is bad, but for gaming, they don't allow you to use the unless you convert it in some way and get it working perfectly. There's no way your TV can support. There's no way your TV can support the 240p resolution that that any retro console or any console that plug-and-play console that comes out will support.
Did you like those skills I showed before?
Yes. Now, in 2017, at Games decided, for the first time, we're gonna make a modern retro console because they could bank on the nostalgia with that Nintendo has been coming up with their NES Classic and their Super Nintendo Classic, which hasn't been released yet. But They did,
you know,
but they have one faulty thing wrong with this.
Just so you know, we were recording this on August 6th, people.
Yes. So as of right now, the Sega, the SNES Classic has not come out yet. But just to veer off for 1 second, if you guys want to, you can pre-order at the end of this month, and we will put up a live video exactly stating when it comes out. I will put it up. I'll stop what I'm doing and put a live video out onto Facebook, onto YouTube.